Tracking your finances is one of the best ways to keep more money every month because you know exactly where your money goes and what you spend it for. Today I'll show you a finance tracker that I built on Notion to keep track of your expenses, set them up in categories, build budgets, and much more. Let's get on it. So first let's do a nice little overview of what the template does and what it can do for you. So to start it off, here we have a nice little cover that I made in Canva. Here you can make up your own, change cover right here, upload, and upload whatever you want. No? Here I have some quick buttons, for example, add expense, add income, or new transfer. I found it really useful is, for example, if you want to use this template on your phone, then you can have, it's the first thing that you're going to see when you open up the template, so it's really easy to add a new expense or income. Here you can have an account, for example, bank accounts, PayPal account, some savings account, whatever you need or whatever you have. Here you can set up an objective, for example, a winter vacation that you want to do. Here's the percentage paid already. Here's the balance that you have. Right now it's 0, and the goal amount, how much you want to save up for this objective, and the debt that you have. For example, I have this student loan. 2,000 is the goal amount that I have to pay. 500 is what I already paid, and I'm at 25% of the percentage paid. Let's go down. Here you can have a graph of what you spent. For example, here I have the different categories that I have: utilities, fund, personal, and set up in my bank account. All right, here you can have a monthly budget of every month, and you can allocate a budget. For example, here's my monthly budget of 1,000, 400 to 200 and stuff like that. Here's the money available that you have and how much percentage you already spent on this budget. So I have 400 euros to spend, and I'm at 60% of this utilities budget. With food, house, everything is the same. Now here's the money available, here's the percentage paid or percentage spent, here's the sum that you spend in total, and the monthly budget that you allocate to this specific category. Here is a list of the expenses that you have listed up on the date, the expense detail, the amount, the category, the bank account, as well what account it goes to, who spent it, and the monthly total. That's a specific category, this one, that it works for the monthly budget. I'll explain it to you a little bit later. Here is the incomes, for example, YouTube gains, how much is the income, and what type of income it is, salary, side hustle, inversion, or stuff like that. And here's the transfers that you can add. For example, if you want to move money from one account to another, then you use the transfer options. For example, if you got an income of your salary and you want to allocate 500 euros to your savings, then you use the transfer option to move money from one account to the other. All right. And at the bottom, here's the databases that you have for these templates to work. They have the income, expenses, accounts, category, and transfers. In total, you have 5 databases that work together to make this finance tracker work. Right? Now we're going to do a little detail of how every database works, and we're going to create a new category, we're going to create a new bank account, add income, add expenses, and add a new transfer so you can see how it works. But here you get the idea of what the template does and what the template is good for. No, I have it in euros because that's the money that I use. That's the currency that I use. But here you can switch it up, edit property, number format, and you can change to US dollar, Australian dollar, won, yuan, real, whatever you need. All right, let's go to it. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found this video useful and the template works for you, then remember to drop a like, drop a subscribe button. That really helps us and makes us grow. Thank you. So let's see the categories first. Here we go to databases, category, and here are the different categories that you have. For example, utilities, house, education, and so on. Here's the monthly total that you spend on this category. Here's a monthly budget that you can switch up. For example, if 800 is too little for you, then you can switch it up to 1,000. And the money available that you have switches, and the overview switches too. No, the percentage that you already spent on this budget, on your monthly budget. And here are the different categories. If you want to add another one, here you can do it. Like for example, games. If you're a gamer, the sum is 0 right now, and let's say I want to spend 200 euros on games every month, and here you have 200 euros to spend on games. Now let's go to accounts. Here you can see the different bank account, savings account, student loan, on winter vacation, and what type it is. No, if it's an account, like if you have different account on different banks, then you can set it up. If you have a savings account or you wanna put that money elsewhere, here you can have a debt category and an objective. No, if you wanna, for example, buy a PlayStation 5 or you wanna buy a new vacuum or something, then you put this one. No? If you something that you have to save up for. Here's the balance that you have and the goal amount that works, for example, for a savings account or for a debt or for an objective. No, for example, my savings account, I want to save up 3,000 euros. Right now I have 500 saved, so I am at 17% of my objective. No? The same goes for debt, the same goes for objectives. Of course, the bank account doesn't have really a goal amount, so I don't put it there, and it keeps track of how much you put in that, how much is in that account, and how much you want to put, like your goal amount. All right, then let's go see the expenses. Here you can see the date of the expense made, what is the name of the expense, food, books, health insurance, and so on. Here's the amount that you spent, and here's the category that goes to that expense, the account that you wanna switch. For example, if you spend it on your bank account or you have a PayPal account and you spend it on that one, you can switch it up. And then who did it? No, I found it useful. For example, if you share this template with someone else, I have it me, I have you, or have us. No, if both of us did it. Just a little one, this is a little note so you can keep track of something if you wanna share this template with someone else. Here you can have an income. Here's the date. Here it says fecha, but it's actually date. The description, no, what is it? The amount. Again here, sometimes have it in Spanish. What type is it? Is it a debt payment? Is it a gift that someone gave you? It's an inversion? It's a side hustle? Or does it come from your salary? No, of course you can switch up these ones depending on your needs. For example, if you don't have a salary, then I don't know, main hustle or whatever your company's name is. Or like, for example, in my case, it could be YouTube gains, or yeah, YouTube channel. And then I see how much I made on my YouTube channel. No? But I'm gonna leave this one in salary. Okay, and this one came from my side hustle, YouTube gains. All right, and then transfers. Transfers, here you have the date, the description. No, for example, money came to my account from my salary, and then I wanted to switch 500 euros to this other account. And then I set up the amount, 500 euros this month as a transfer in to my savings account from my bank account. The same goes for my student loan payment. For example, student loan payment October, no, the one that I did this month, 500 euros from to my student loan from my bank account. And you can see that is reflected upon here on my accounts. Here, 500 and 500, that isn't necessarily an income, it's a transfer, no, because my income came from my salary, but I transferred that amount to this specific account. All right, now let's create a new account. Here we go to accounts, and let's say that I set up a PayPal account. Let's go over it, open it. Here you can add an icon. You can choose an icon, for example, this click, or you can make it even better and upload a file. For example, here PayPal, so you can see, you can have exactly the PayPal logo, right? Now, what is it? It's an account. It's not a savings, it's my account. Here the balance, we're gonna put some money in it, and we don't need a goal amount because it's not a saving, it's not a debt. We don't really have an amount like a goal that we have, so it's just in a normal account. All right, let's go back. Let's add an income. All right, now we're back to the main view of the template. Let's add an income here using this fast button. For example, let's say that we did also YouTube gains. That we did it today. The account that it goes to, it's my PayPal account, and the amount it's 200 euros. And what type it is my side hustle, right? All right, now that we created our account, our PayPal account, we put some money in it, and we created our games category, let's go buy a game. All right, we go to expenses. In this case, we can add one expense from here. We can add an expense from here too. In this case, we're gonna go to databases and add an expense from all the way over here, right? And this category, also this property, monthly total, it works just for the sake of the monthly budget, all right? Let me give you an example. Let's say we bought the game Red Dead Redemption 2, right? If we say we bought it today, cost 50 euros and... All right, if we say we bought it on October, it shows up. But if we put it that we bought it last month on September, then it doesn't show up. See? Because it has a formula that says when the amount of when the date is the same date as this month, then it shows up. When it's not, then it doesn't show up, just for the sake of the budget, right? It's not really such a useful formula. You can actually hide it, but I just wanted to explain it's there because of a reason, right? But in this case, we bought the game today, 19 October, and there you go. All right, let's go back to our finance tracker template, and here you have it. We allocated 200 euros. We put an income of 200 euros on this PayPal account. Right now it stands at 150. Here you can see, you can track your PayPal account too, or you can switch to just your main bank account. And let's check out our budget. Let's see where we stand. So we have 150 euros to spend on games. So we have some money. We spend 25% of our monthly budget. 50 euros is the sum, and the monthly budget that we have allocated is 200 euros. So here you can have an overview and keep track of how much money you have on the different categories. All right. And for example, let's do a transfer. We already spent our money in games. We don't need that money. We need that money somewhere else. Let's add a new transfer. Let's say we do it into savings. We're gonna save up this month. We're gonna use the remaining 150. Let's transfer out from our PayPal account to our student loan, because I think student loan is more important than buying games. Let's do that, and we did that transfer today. All right, and let's see how it shows up on our platform, on our template. Here, PayPal account is out, all right? We don't have no more money for games, and our debt is paid a little bit more. We already 33% of our student loan already paid, all right? So that's how the template works and what it can do for you. Notion being such a flexible tool, you can switch it up in any way that you want. You can add more categories if you need them. You can delete more if you don't need so much. You can switch it up in any way that suits your financial needs. This template is free to duplicate. I'm gonna leave the link below. And in case you wanna leave a cheeky donation, it really helps us a lot. I'm gonna leave my PayPal account number, my PayPal account on the description too. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope this template really, really works for you. See you in the next one. Tschüss.